Ever After of Ashwin Rao is really a story within a story. It is narrated by the title character, Ashwin Rao, who is an Indian psychologist who comes to Canada at the beginning of the Air India trial. He comes to the trial, it's 2003, 18 years after the bombing took place, and realizes as he sits there that he actually has no interest in the fates of the men on trial. He looks around at all these people who lost loved ones in the bombing and realizes they're the ones that he wants to know about. It's their fates that he's curious about. So he's a psychologist, but he's also a researcher and writer. He returns a year later because in the meantime he's discovered that there really is virtually no scholarship. And this is something that I also discovered in the course of my research for the book, and something that in some way I sought to correct. So he comes back in 2004. He's has 12 families across Canada who have agreed to talk with him. He starts to interview them, but then in British Columbia, in a town that I invented called Lohikarma, although it's based on Nelson, British Columbia, where I was born, he becomes embroiled in the lives of one family, a man named Sethuratnam, who himself did not lose loved ones in the bombing exactly, I mean, people he loved, but it's the family of a friend of his, Venkat. And Venkat lost his son and wife in the bombing. These are people who were very close to Seth, and Seth assisted in this. And so Ashwin becomes, he's very attracted to Seth as a friend. There's something about him. Seth is a sort of a force of grace and love, and Ashwin feels drawn into their circle. Ashwin hasn't, until Seth asks him directly, hasn't told the victim families that he himself lost his sister and the sister's children in the bombing. Seth asks him about this, and Ashwin feels that this friendship will be a way that he will be forced to confront his own losses. So Ashwin tells the story, but at various points in the book, he himself disappears from the story, and you get Seth's story, the story of his daughter, the story of their experience of the bombing at first hand, close up.